Hey, what's up, nerds? How you guys doing today? Hopefully you're having a good day. Hopefully life's going well for you. So, I'm going to be doing a head shave for you today. And I'm excited to be doing it. I only get to shave my head now about once every 3 or 4 days due to my work schedule, so I look forward to them when I get a chance to do them. So, starting off with the pre-shave oil, the Monroe Shaving Co. Citrus Cedar pre-shave oil. There we go. So how you guys been? Everything going well for you? Life going good? Hopefully. I've been enjoying all the single edge or straight edge September shaves. Gil from Second Kinda Cool. I know I misspoke in my last video when I was sick and said Gil from Another Cut Above. Gil from Second Kinda Cool has been doing them. Jeffrey Smith. So I'm sure there's more guys out there. That's just the ones I've seen so far. And it's been fun to watch you guys because after doing my first Spent shaves. He's done a couple as well. So since doing my first Shavette shave, I have a lot more respect for you Shavette and straight razor users. So, but anyhow, we'll keep moving on here. So I'm trying something new today. Typically I go either with my open comb or slant from Maggard's. This is their version 3 aggressive head. Decided to give it a shot on my head and see how it worked. And I got a brand new Bolzano blade in here. I know Kyle from Brown Man Shaves was using these a while back and was liking them, so I thought I'd give it a try. I got a pack of them, so I was going to give it a shot. And I'm using a new soap today. It's in a little Tupperware dish. It's from ChelseasSoapGarden, Mary Cahill. It's an Etsy shop, ChelseasSoapGarden. I'll put the link down in the description. But this is their morning Ember scent, and it's got vanilla, peppermint, mandarin, coriander leaves, and they said it was their take on Smolder by Blades Grimm. But they wanted to make it a little stronger. So that was their inspiration, was Smolder by Blades Grimm. But they wanted it to be a stronger scent that lasted longer throughout the day. So I'm using my 22 mil black fiber synthetic from Maggard's. Had it in a little bit of water just to soak some up, shook it out. So, and this came, the reason I put it in this Tupperware dish, it came in a hard puck. It's a 4-ounce puck, or 3 inches in diameter, however you want to say, however you measure your pucks by. It's a 4-ounce puck, and they cost $7. Pretty sure it was $7 on the website. So, great price. This is a vegan soap. There's no animal product in it. So I didn't have a dish to put it in though. So I looked up what to do with the puck if you don't have a dish to put it in, or a dish that it fits in. And they said you just take a cheese grater, grate down the puck, mash it into whatever Tupperware or whatever bowl, whatever dish you do have, and there you go. So I did that. I grated it down, mashed it in, and now I got it in my little tub, my little Tupperware tub here. But it's lathering up really easy. I mean, it smells really good. Smells really, really good. So lathered up really, really easy. Loaded onto the brush really easy. Smells good. So they said on their website, when I was reading about this soap, they said it's if your reaction is like theirs, you'll want to take a bite out of it because it smells good with the vanilla, and or you'll want to bake a cake, then you'll want to read some Hemingway, and then join an Ironman tournament. And they said it's a complicated scent, but it does smell good. It's nice. I'm just taking the excess out of the tub here and just rubbing it on my head. So ChelseasSoapGarden, the owner is Mary Cahill. They're out of Georgia. Oh, I got a spider dropping down next to me. There we go. That threw me off my train of thought. Oh, Mary Cahill out of Marietta, or I think it's Marietta. It's definitely out of Georgia. I'm not going to say where in Georgia, but Chelsea's Soap Garden. Like I said, I'll put a description or a link in the description. So. I've noticed this, the reason I went to this black fiber on my head is it has a little more stiffness in it than the 26 mil knot. Even though the 26 mil is, you know, a bigger knot, this has a little more stiffness to it. So I wanted to try it on my head and, you know, just kind of mix it up, see how it went. There we go, getting some more water in there. Helping. And then I had a question down in one of my comments by Joshua McLean. So Josh, you asked me about which handle I liked better, the long handle or the short handle for head shaves. And you know, I like both for different reasons. I think I put down in the comments that if it came down to it and I had to just choose one, I'd probably choose a short handle. The long handle is nice for certain things, like when you're trying to reach farther around and you know, you don't have to bend your elbow as far down to get to places. You don't have to, you know, stretch as much to get to those places. But the short handle, the thickness of it feels good in the hand, and then being able to maneuver it in your hand, like the handle doesn't get in the way in your hand, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense at all to you. If you haven't ever tried one, it probably doesn't. But the handle doesn't, you know, block your hand or you know, I don't know, it's just a little more intuitive to me with the shorter handle. So, and guys, I've watched some of my old videos, and I definitely was not adding enough water to my lathers, especially for how much I was overloading the brush. That was kind of an error I was making. I was thinking, man, these lathers aren't as creamy as I'd like, so I'd load more, thinking, well, that must be the problem. I must need more product. No, the problem was I needed more water, a lot more water. And so I'm getting better at just I want to almost overwater my lather now, and hopefully you can see this is a lot more creamy and thick than my other lathers have been. I mean, maybe you can't tell because I was caking it on so thick, it still was coming out thick, but it was not, it was dry. It was definitely dry. So Steve, the Suffolk Shaver, thank you for all your help you've given me building lathers. You know, Chris, another cut above, every time I watch him build a lather I learn something. Jeffrey Smith builds an awesome lather. You guys all out there build great lathers. I shouldn't start naming people because you guys all do wonderful jobs building lathers. So I appreciate you guys putting your videos up because it helps me learn and get better at this. So that's what I'm here for. I'm definitely not an expert or master shaver at all by any stretch of the imaginations. Andy, the Northern Shaver, that's another one. See, once you start naming guys, it's a slippery slope because you can't remember them all. There's too many good ones out there, so I shouldn't even started. So whoever I haven't named, I apologize. I'm just gonna stop now because even though more are coming to my head now, I'm just gonna stop because there's always gonna be one you leave out. Anyhow, thank you guys for your videos because I get to learn a lot. I'm definitely an amateur and I love this hobby, so I like learning more. But you hear my voice is still a little rough. I feel good, but my voice is still a little dry. So, alright guys, here we go. First time, version 3, aggressive Bolzano blade. We're going to go cross grain. So Josh, holding this shorter handle, I feel more control also. Definitely feel more control over it, which I like. So far this head and blade feel good. We'll see when we go against the grain and clean up, you know, how it maintains, how efficient it is there. That's the big test. But this cross grain with 3 days growth, it's handling it no problem. No problem at all. And getting your moisture content right in your lather is such a big deal. I know I've already talked a little bit about this, but you know, taking the time to build the proper lather, which comes with practice. Also, it'll speed up with practice, no doubt. So you get better and better at it. But taking the time to build that proper lather, get the right moisture into it, makes such a difference on your shaves. If you're not building a proper lather, the soap makers made their soap, you know, and tested it and made it a certain way. And if you're not building a proper lather, you're not using the soap to the full extent that they made it. One thing I noticed is on this, maybe a little chunk of soap down in there. There we go. The open comb and the slant don't clog up as much as this guy. So this guy clogs up a little more. I mean, not a deal breaker, but definitely just a difference between the two of them. But the soap makers made their soap. They put certain property, you know, certain ingredients in because they give the soap certain properties, either slickness or glide or cushion or whatever, you know. And so not making the lather properly, you're not utilizing the soap how you should. But anyhow, so I had another comment. Flash Boredom asked me, I do shave by feel a lot. I don't have a mirror that I use behind me. It's all purely by feel. And so he asked me when I'm doing the back of my head to turn around so we can see the, you know, the cross grain pass, from the back, and against the grain pass from the back. So I'm going to turn around. Hopefully I stay on camera. I'm going to do my best to stay on camera. If not, I apologize. But here we go. Here you go, Flash Boredom. hopefully that worked okay, guys. I don't know if it did or not. So we'll see in the editing process. If all of a sudden I've turned back around, it's because I was off camera the whole time, and so I just cut that part out of my video. So yeah, hopefully that worked okay and you could see it all right. But alright guys, first pass is done. Just gonna do a light rinse. I've noticed watching, another thing I've learned from some guys, watching them do their videos, is I typically would use a ton of water when I'd rinse my head or face. And I noticed guys were using, just very little bits of water. I had a lot of soap down on the back of my neck. That's why you're seeing so much get pulled up. They would wet their hands a little bit and then just kind of rub it in, so they weren't like, I was rinsing off all those properties we talked about earlier that the soap makers put in the soap. I was rinsing all those right back off my head. As you can see, I still got a lot on there. So first thoughts about this version 3 aggressive. Not as close on the cross grain pass on the back of my head as the open comb or the slant. Doesn't mean I won't get a good against the grain pass here, but we'll see what it does against the grain. See how it performs, see if the efficiency's there. It's easy to fill the blade angle, to get the right angle. There's a lot of blade fill on it, which is nice. The Bolzano blade feels smooth. There's no tugging or pulling. Feels really good. Yeah, getting the right moisture content in your lathers is key, and it's totally, I think only in the past week and a half I've been getting it right, and man, it's changed my shaves. Now I'm gonna have to start learning how much to actually load my brush, because I was probably wasting quite a bit of product overloading my brush. But here we go against the grain. So Josh, down here doing this kind of work, the longer handle doesn't make you have to chicken wing your arm around as much or bend down as much, but I would rather have I feel like I'm in more control with the shorter handle, so I'll take that trade-off any day. I know I said a thank you to all the YouTubers that are making videos. I also want to give a big thanks to the guys who comment in videos and share their tips and lessons learned. And I know Since He Shaves talks about that quite a bit on his videos, that, you know, he loves the comment sections. He's learned a lot from the comment sections on his videos, that they've really helped him. And I agree with him 100%. You guys that comment down there have shared a lot of good insights, and I really appreciate it. And thank you to all the new subscribers. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy the channel. Hopefully you maybe can learn something, or learn what not to do. You know, learning what not to do is still learning. So yeah, I appreciate all the new subscribers and all the guys who comment and share their experience. I've been doing this less than a year, so I'm by no means do I think I know very well what I'm doing. I just have fun doing it, so that's all. I know I kind of put out a flood of videos there over the last 2-3 weeks-ish. That's because I knew my work schedule and life schedule was about to get a lot busier, so I was just kind of cranking them out. Now I can only shave once every 3 to 4 days, so it'll be, you know, fewer videos coming out each week, which I don't mind. It is what it is. I still love shaving, still love doing the videos, but so if I overloaded anybody, overwhelmed anybody with how many videos I put out, you know, I apologize. That wasn't the point, was to try and just flood the market with video. I was just taking advantage of it while I had the time. So oh, sorry, flash boredom. Here I go again. Just didn't even turn back around. Just went right into the back of my head. So right here I got a little divot and bump, and usually if I come kind of at an angle at it, it gets it the best. So if anybody's got a little divot or bump in the back of their head right here like I do, you know, usually if I go straight over it, obviously, but then kind of come at an angle, it helps get it close right there. That's always a trouble spot. Dang it, I'm sorry. So maybe you couldn't hear what I was saying. I got a little divot right back there in the back of my head, and so I go at an angle over it. I go straight over it, then go at an angle, a 45-degree angle, and it helps get the hair down. And flash boredom, I'm sorry, I totally forgot to turn around and show you what I was doing back there. Put on one last bit of lather and do our touch-up pass. And this shave is probably going to be a little longer due to the time it took me building my lather, adding so much water. But for me, it's definitely worth it. I'll see if I can't edit out some stuff to kind of shorten the video up for you guys watching, or you can just fast forward, you know, through parts of it. For me, definitely worth it to have a better lather build. So hopefully now I'll probably start with my brush wetter, load it less, that way I'm not having to add so much water as I'm building the lather on my face or head, because there'll be less product in the brush and more water to begin with. But a good lather makes so much difference, just so much difference. Alright, here we go, doing touch-up pass now. We'll see what the there's a very slight blade overhang on this handle, so I gotta be a little bit careful going around the ears and going around the ears in different areas. Just remember, slight overhang. me turn around here when I do the back. Guys, I'm really impressed with how efficient this has been going on my touch-up pass and going against the grain. I was thinking this was going to be a rough shave. Not rough, but I mean it was smooth. Just I thought it was not going to be efficient. Oh, I'm going to nick myself somewhere back there. Maybe that's why you want me to turn around flash boredom, is so you could watch me cut myself and me not know it. Well, there you have it, guys. That's it. That was I'm impressed with how well the version 3 aggressive performed. It did a good job. This soap lathered up really easy, really nice. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and revisit a lot of my old soaps because I definitely was not building the correct lather. It was definitely way too dry, just way too dry. I mean, the proper amount of water totally changes the experience, so that's awesome. Here we go. Still a ton of lather down in the brush. That's what I was saying. I'll have to, now that I know how to add water properly, for heaven's sakes. If you're just starting out, make sure you're adding the proper amount of water to a lather, because if you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice. But anyhow, Kevy Shaves Head Wash here, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, Kevy Shaves Head Wash is all done. Head feels really good, smooth. Feels nice, so I'm happy, way happy. Always good when you do a head shave. Life is good. So I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna slap some witch hazel. This is unscented witch hazel. Can do a little bit of this on there. Oop, a little less than that. So, while that's drying, let me kind of run down what we use. We have the 22 mil black synthetic fiber Maggards. Felt good on my head. I enjoyed it. I'm going to start rotating through my brushes a little more, head, face, trying the different ones. See which one works best where. The Maggard version 3 aggressive with the Bolzano blade did well. I was impressed. I thought it was going to be way less efficient than it turned out to be, so I'm happy with that. With the short handle, I like the short handle, more maneuverable, easier to hold. I feel like I have more control over it. So Josh, that's my take on the short handle versus long handle. I like the short handle. I feel like I have more control over it. ChelseasSoapGarden Morning Ember. Lathered up really easy. Obviously I'm learning how to build a better lather, so that felt like it lathered really easy. Maybe now that I know how to lather, I'm going to go back and use my other soaps and samples and stuff, and I'll know maybe that one really did lather easy and the other ones are harder lather. Maybe that's just an average lather, I don't know. But for me, lathered easy with the right amount of water created a nice, thick, good, creamy lather. So I'm excited about this because I want good lathers from all my soaps. So, but it created a nice, thick, creamy lather, great cushion, great glide, and really good slickness. I went back and revisited the Dr. John's Hydra after Chris used his, and this definitely had more slickness than that. You know, I've used Bear Stern Man a few times, and I would definitely say that was, especially for a vegan, no tallow, no lanolin, for a vegan soap, that had a lot of really good slickness to it. So happy with that. Yeah, I'm kind of air dry my head here because I'm going to try something a little different. Typically I was just doing alum and witch hazel or just witch hazel, but I've been watching guys. I'm trying to take care of my skin a little better, so I'm going to throw some of my bay rum on there. The smolder, or the morning ember, which is based off a smolder scent, I think matches up decently with the bay rum. I mean, it's not an exact match, but it's they're kind of in the same vein, so I think they'll go okay together. So I'm going to slap a little bit of that on, and this is the Monroe Shaving Co. It's definitely, I really liked using this. It's made my face feel good, my head, you know, we're going to see how it feels on my head, but my face has felt good. We'll see how it does on my head. But, alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Sorry if this one was a little longer. I spent a little more time building the lather, and I think the Version 3 Aggressive took a little longer to shave with, but it was still a nice, smooth, good shave. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm going to put links down in the description. Hopefully life is going well for you. Hopefully you're enjoying life. I'm going to give a shout out, Roll Tide. They dominated Florida State. Sad to see some injuries happen on both sides of the ball, but that's football. But yeah, Roll Tide, college football's here. I'm excited. So let me know who you guys root for. If you root for, if you watch, let me know who you root for, who you watch, who you like to see win. So, alright guys, have a good day, have good shaves, have a good life. You know, that's what we're here for. Please comment, please subscribe, please share, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.